today's new episode. Donna don't know whose side she want to be on. Said that she sees Brooke's side of things as well, and she was looking all crazy and stuff when Eric was telling Katie that he support her. She was looking all crazy and stuff. I said, look, I just had to get on their name back, cause no, cause you could be successful without the Logan name. You don't need that little funky name. Give it back. I said, just give it back at this point. Reason was talking about Katie's betrayal. Eric was supporting Katie. He said that he's going to help her. And the last thing is that Will and Lecture was saying to Steffi how they want her to help Dylan out. But hey y'all, welcome back to another video. This is for the Bold and Beautiful January 13th, 2026. First things first. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. What y'all think that y'all like the episode. This is the third time I done did this. This is the third time. First time is I forgot, I think it was an audio fault. Then the second time it was something going on outside and stuff. But okay, let's try to get through this before something else pop up. We're gonna start with Electra, Will, and Dylan. So Will was talking to Electra about Dylan. They were saying how they gonna figure it out for her and just talk about her situation and stuff like that. They end up texting her. She ends up coming and asking what's going on. They were saying how they want to do more to help her. I said, Electra said, you ain't gotta go home. She gotta get up out of here. She gonna try to go find her job. She said, I done seen it. I said, well, at least she using her common sense, because that girl, I don't know, she won't Will, or she just up to some weird stuff or what, but you can tell something's off. Something's off, you can tell, and Electra picked up on it. I've been studying saying, normally it take them a while before they peep game or whatever, but this time Electra saw it. Electra saw it. But yeah, so they went over to Force of Creation. That's when they was talking to Steffi. Dylan ends up telling Steffi that she was living in her car, and she was like, sorry, she's sorry to hear that, and she was shocked. So they started talking to her, basically pitching Dylan to them and stuff like that, to Steffi, I mean. And Steffi said that she was going to talk to Ridge to find out if they could find something for her. And on the promo, they showed her talking, saying how, she'll be working with Electra and Will. And I said, yeah, I don't know which one she was. I don't know who she was. I don't know what. I don't know if she obsessed with Electra or what everything Electra got, or just Will, or I don't know what's going on. But something's going on. Something's definitely going on. But yeah, that's how that happened with them. Brooke, Steffi, Daphne, Ridge, and Carter. So they was looking at Daphne ring, and they all was saying congratulations, and Ridge was saying how he told him so. He told Carter so and stuff like that. What else? They were just saying congratulations, and they were just giving their advice about the married life. Brooke said her two pieces. Steffi said her two pieces and everything. Then Daphne started talking about Katie starting Logan and stuff, asking Brooke how she feel, and just making it seem like Katie had betrayed Brooke and everything, asking how she feel, and Brooke didn't answer. So they started talking about the engagement, and then she came back around to it, the same thing. I said, now they just told you they ain't want to talk about it. They just told you they did not want to talk about it. So why is you still talking about it? So then she started talking about, so I know you said you didn't want to talk about it, but are you okay? Or whatever, about her starting Logan. They started talking about how they had the name and stuff like that. And Carter was apologizing because, he didn't get the trademark in time. Once again, I say they should make it so once you have it, you have it. If you have it, you have it. It shouldn't be all that extra stuff. Shouldn't nobody be able to come in and get your name, but they just be money hungry. Either way it go. I know everybody got their own business to run and stuff like that, but I don't really like that. I don't really like that. I said, what if you forget? Well, you better not forget, because you're going to get your name took it just like that. Just like that. But yeah, Carter was apologizing. That's the last thing I said. What else? Daphne asked Brooke if she's okay because of Katie starting Logan. They talking about Katie stealing the name. About Katie stealing the Logan name. Oh, look, how I skip over that part? Hold on. That's what I supposed to been started this review with. I said, they over here talking about Katie stealing the Logan name, stealing her last name. She finna steal your daddy too. She finna steal your daddy too. Because Ridge was talking about her stealing the name, and she ain't even got no world class design or anything like that. I said, well, she finna have your daddy, and she got your daddy. Now, I don't think he officially said he was gonna design, but he did say how he's gonna stop by and help her get lunch and everything. And Brooke was just like, I always try to see both sides of things, even if it don't be no two sides of things. Because it's like, okay, if he work hard and if she do bad and stuff, they're going to automatically think, okay, we don't want to get nothing from you either, and stuff like that. But then on the other side of things, some people use that as a stepping stone or a way to build the stuff. Some people introduce their people to their connections and stuff like that. I said they kept talking on today's episode and all the other episodes, talking about, yeah, I worked hard for that name and stuff like that. Wouldn't that be a good thing if she was starting a fashion house and she was like, they asked if she knew you and stuff like that, or aren't you Brooke Logan's sister? And she's like, yeah, whatever. I mean, but at the same time, I wouldn't be. She shouldn't want to be connected to your foul tail anyway. Look, you over here acting like you something to be over here proud of and stuff. Not to say she ain't did good things in the fashion world, but shoot, she should. I was like, you over here, she should be ashamed to use your name. You over here talking to us and stuff, girl. Over here just talking about some how hard work and everything. I said, I always try to see both sides of things. Because if she do create this fashion house and it flops or whatever, sometimes they be like, oh, well, you connected to that stuff. That's just like if anything happened in the news with somebody, then next thing you know, they start coming at their family and stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with them. Let's just stick to the person involved. Stick to the people involved. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Ridge later in the episode ends up checking on Brooke and once again, because first Daphne was checking on her. He ends up saying he's sorry that Katie's doing this to her, stuff like that, and Bruce says, I want to be proud of her, I do, but it's just, I work hard for my name. Shut up. You either gonna be proud or you're not gonna be proud. Okay, now, that's about what they got going on. Okay, I'll get distracted. Hold on. Oh, what else? Let's see. I think the last people we got is Eric now. Oh, excuse me. I think Donna and Katie was talking, and that's when she was saying she see both sides of things. She wants everybody to just get along and everything. Eric came in and so congratulating Katie, and that's when Donna over here looking crazy and stuff. I said, either you support her or you don't support her. You can't be in the middle. You can't be in the middle in this case, y'all. In this case, you can't be in the middle. But yeah, he came right in congratulating her and saying, just encouraging her, telling her she could do it and stuff like that. What her sister's supposed to be doing, what they supposed to be doing. What else? Let's see. Eric and Katie was talking about design. I think Katie had to go to a class. Not Katie. Donna had to go to a class or something like that. So it was just Eric and Katie. So they were just talking about him designing and his retirement, and you could tell he still don't want to be retired. They forced it on him. And I said, you get one simple solution: go over there and work with Katie. Go on. Cause Stephanie, once they introduce, I feel like when they show the designs or something like that, that's when Stephanie gonna be like, those were our designs. He had designed those for us and stuff. Cause remember, her and Finn had seen the designs. But yeah, they was talking about him designing it, and she was like, you just be designing even though nobody would see it and stuff. He like, yeah, he love it. He started talking about how him and Stephanie built Force to Creation and just encouraging her, saying it's not gonna be easy and stuff. But she could do it. What else? Let's see. Stephanie said she'll talk to Ridge to see if they can help her. Ridge tells Brooke he's sorry Katie doing this to her. Eric ends up giving Katie advice. He ends up telling Katie that it's her name too. It's not just Brooke's name. I said, is it Donna's name too? Do all three of them got the Logan name? I think so, because they be like the Logan sisters, right? Look, I don't know. I really don't know at this point, because if they had the trademark, then it does belong to them. But then it's like, you ain't studying that name. You forced to crazy. But yeah, what else? I think the last thing was that Eric ends up saying he's going to stop by Katie's office or whatever, and he going to help her with the lunch of her new line. And she was happy. They ended up hugging, and that was it. And I said 3 points for Katie. What, is that 3 or 4? I want to say it's 3 points for Katie, because she got the Logan name, she got Deke, and now she got Eric. That's 3, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's 3. But yeah, I said, I don't know how long she gonna be in charge and all this other stuff, because I feel like they're gonna do something to undermine her. They're definitely gonna do something. If they feel like she over here betraying them and stuff like that, they definitely finna get ready to do that. I gotta get that garbage can in too. I forgot. But yeah, I think that's it, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time,